Today we're doing a tier list because every YouTuber does a tier list. We're doing CSGO guns based on only how fun they are, okay? That is the main criteria we're doing, okay? We've got the tier list here of all the guns. The knife doesn't count as a gun. And the grenades, because then they're not really a gun, are they? Basically, it'll be like how satisfying they are. You know, I guess I could kind of do how good they are because that's what makes it fun. Like, if the PP Bison was really freaking good in the game, I'd put it S tier, but it's doo-doo. You know, it's doo-doo, so we're gonna put it in doo-doo. But how fun is it to use, you know? The game open up here. Alrighty, so we have the game here. This is the PP Bison, you know. How fun is it to use? Now, in a match, you would never really buy the PP Bison, but, you know, how fun it is, it's very satisfying, okay? The reload is insane. I have infinite reload on, so I can't actually reload right now. I don't know how to turn it off. I can't be bothered. Sorry. Do you like the knife combo? Just saying. I didn't realize when you traded up reds, you could just get doo-doo, and I mean, the gloves are alright, you know, and then I got a knife that matches the gloves, sort of. Anyway, the PP Bison, kind of freaking satisfying. I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely a run and gun type of gun, which I do love because I'm not really a guy that loves to be getting into battle. Also, can you notice that I'm ADHD because I gotta spam the butterfly knife every 2 seconds? I don't think I have ADHD, but I'm pretty sure I'm dyslexic. That has nothing to do with that. Where do we put the PP Bison? You know, what are we feeling, people? I'm not streaming right now, so I can't ask the chat. That's kind of the whole point, you know? You're meant to ask the chat, and then you jump off on each other, and don't do that. Don't jump on me, bro. But I'm gonna put it A tier. I think it's a very solid, fun gun. It's definitely a meme gun, you know? You only really buy if you're trolling and you're memeing. And, you know, yeah, it's A. AK-47. How fun is it to use, man? I'm gonna put it S tier. It's one of those freaking guns. Here's the buy zone. Oh my goodness. Peep the AK. Okay, it's not really that goated, but whatever. It's Counter-Strike, bro. You have to get an AK if you're on T side, you know? And that's the whole point of this game, is that the AK is really broken, and one day they'll nerf it to have 20 bullets. No, I'm just joking. I don't know. I'm thinking of the future ahead. Okay, we're gonna put it S tier. That's how freaking fun it is. We have the AUG, okay? The AUG, the freaking Australian-made gun. I have a lot of, you know, favoritism to the AUG because I used it a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna put it into B for now. But we're not on freaking the right team, are we? Now, if we go over here to the AUG. Now, look at this. Yeah, look, I got a different knife for this. I don't know. I've been rocking the classic knife. It's kind of satisfying. Instead of, it just reminds me of like a freaking M9 bayonet or whatever, you know, just the flip animation. That's what I love it. The AUG. Very satisfying pullout. I'm not gonna lie. You hear that? Oh my goodness. I have a lot of, you know, love for this gun because I'm Australian and I just like the idea that there is an Aussie gun in the game. Actually, I don't even know if it's Australian. I'm pretty sure Australian forces use it. Now, let's think about how, like, fun it is to use in the game. It's not something that I would buy because if you check my buy menu, I don't even have it in. Look, I don't even have it in my buy thing because I'm never gonna buy it. Like, I'd rather buy like the SG on freaking terrorist side than this because this is just, I don't know, it's not worth it. It's got its cases, you know, obviously, like if I'm holding here, it's really good for one taps and getting headshots. That's the whole point. But that's, we're not really trying to talk about how good the gun is. We're trying to talk about how fun it is. Now, also, keep in mind, I don't have a billion hours in this game, so maybe I'm not the best guy to listen to about these guns. This is obviously just a fun tier list. Also, hit that like button and subscribe, guys, because your boy isn't trying to do real jobs. Sorry, I said the job word. I'm trying to do other things with my life and have fun. Anyway, I'm doing this video. You know, the reload is epic. Everything about it is pretty good. Look at the reload. Everything, I just changed it. I just figured out the console, by the way. The reload's pretty goated. I like how the mag is at the back. It's like the FAMAS, which I also have a lot of love about it. But we're going to be putting the AUG at B tier. This is how fun the guns are, okay? That is basically the criteria. S tier. We're putting it above the AK, bro. Oh my goodness, bro. Back when I had 10 bullets. Yes, you youngins. You young YNs, okay? This used to have 10 bullets, and let me tell you, this shit was insane. Now, the scope is a little bit different, or like in the update, there was like a bit of a weird scope that I had to fix that. But I fixed it, you know, whatever. The gun is insane. You know, it's very satisfying to use because you can just hold an angle. Even if they peek out, you still can just go and just headshot. And probably one of the most satisfying guns to get a headshot with, I'm not gonna lie. S tier. Alright, next we have the CZ75, okay? I had a lot of fun with this back in the day. I don't know, I just have a core memory of using it when I played Cash. I don't know why that's a core memory in my mind. Maybe it's because I had like a cool skin for it. I had like a... I did get hacked back in the day, bro, and I lost like all of my items. That was a very sad day. I didn't really have that many items, but I had a lot of special items to me because it was like, you know, I had stat track items that weren't really good, but like, you know, that's another story, bro. Nobody cares. People are here for the tier list, bro. Get to the damn point. Yeah, so we have the CZ. Satisfying gun as well. The sound is very satisfying, you can't lie, alright? My mouse is fucking up, by the way. It just keeps, like, turning off whenever I hold the shoot button. I don't know what that means. How fun it is? Okay, it can be very fun to reload and stuff. I'm not a huge fan of it. That's why I don't have it in my buy menu. So I'm gonna put that shit C tier. It's not doo-doo, because it definitely is satisfying enough that you can use it, you know? I don't know if anything is really gonna be in doo-doo, because I like all the guns in CSGO. The Deagle! Okay, the Deagle. Holy crap. Bring the Deagle up to S tier. Do we put it in front of the AWP? I'm gonna have to, bro. Alright, let's go to the freaking buy menu, because I know I have the Deagle. Oh my... Brother. Pull it out. Pull it out. Pull it out, bruh. If I could have the Deagle as a freaking knife? Oh my god, I'd take that, bro. I don't even need the knife. I just need to flick the... The knife is just there so I can flick back to the Deagle. You know, because if you're in a freaking save round and you have like a Deagle, you're like... Even if you don't hit your shots at all, if you get one kill, you're like, yeah, I'm the go, bro. I'm a pro. So it definitely is a very fun gun to use. But now that I think about it, it's probably not the best gun to put in S tier. Because there are those times when, yeah, look, it's a lot of fun if you're playing well. But if you're playing bad... So I'm actually going to bring that shit down to A tier. It's saved... I would probably put it B tier because there was a lot of times when you have the crosshair on the guy's head and it just doesn't headshot him. But we're going to keep it A because the animation is fucking goated. PB Bison. Why is that there? Bro, who the hell put that there? Now that I think about it, we need to start bringing shit down, okay? A and S tier, that's close. B is like, come on. PB Bison? Really? Who did this tier list? I guess I wasn't thinking, you know, we'll make some changes later on anyway. The dualies. How fun they are. I'm not gonna lie, they are very fun. Come on. It's the only gun that has 2 dualies. Like, hello, it's the whole point. But very satisfying. I'm not gonna lie. You can actually headshot really easily with these. I don't know why. I feel like I'm more accurate with this than I am with like an AK or anything else. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because it's a constant like 1, 2, 1, 2. And it just feels like it's just rolling off. Bro, I have a cool skin for it. Just got the new skin. Ready to tap? Oh my god, bro. That is fun to use, okay? It's got its own little sick animation. We're gonna put that shit... I'm putting it up by the Deagle. It's my list, okay? Please don't hate me. Alright, next we have the FAMAS. Another gun that I love because it's very satisfying to look at. You know, it's very different. The magazine's in the back. I've had like a lot of Nerf guns like that before. Pretty sure I have one literally right now sitting over there. Yes, I'm a loser. I have Nerf guns, bro. Shoot me. I play video games. What do you... Sue me, bro. And I also have Legos. Am I just a loser 101? But the FAMAS. Very... You know, we're going to keep saying this word satisfying, but very satisfying sound effect. Ready? Like, that sounds nice, okay? And when you get, like, a nice headshot... Come on, bro. It's definitely... See, the guns that are kind of funny, that I can't really rank, are like all the base normal guns. Like all of these guns here, all the rifles. Maybe the SSG is a little bit different, right? But these ones are kind of hard to rank because they're not necessarily fun because you kind of have to use them because they're good. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it. But something like the PP Bison, that's why I put it a little bit higher because you never use it. Look, it's not even in my thing. You never use that shit. But it's actually kind of fun to use. It's gonna be better when we get to all the other guns, you know, like the freaking LMGs and stuff. But for now, you know what? We're gonna put this shit in B tier. It's not crazy. I might even actually put it behind the AUG. I do like it better than the PP Bison. I'd rather have that than that just for a fun buy round. The 5.7. How fun it is to use. So you gotta think in the game, when do you buy it? You know, maybe like a save round, but then you have like one guy with a 5.7. It's a very satisfying gun, okay? I love that word, dude. I just don't know. I don't have a big enough vocabulary to be whipping out like stuff like... Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of any other good words to say. It's a pretty fucking good gun. The 5.7, I also had like a freaking skin when I got hacked. Holy crap, that was a good skin, man. It was just like, it just had stat track. That's all I cared about back in the day, is having a stat track skin so then I could get like a lot of kills on it. But yeah, the 5.7, well-rounded, not crazy good, but like, it's good enough, you know. We'll put that shit B tier, maybe just below the PP Bison, because this is how fun it is to use, you know. Would I just use this as a fun gun? Oh, the G3 SG1. S tier. Come on. S tier. Listen to it. You know you're in danger when you hear that, okay? It's just one of those guns, man. Like, this is actually a gun I would use, but I don't, because if you look again, I really don't have it in my buy. My mouse is dead again. Do not buy the Steel Series wait, it says it here, the Aerox 3 wireless. I mean, it does say 2022, so maybe that shit is just old, bro. But I got it like 2 years ago, so I don't know, man. Maybe it's just dying. Yeah, okay. We have the G3SG, one of those guns, okay? You could do that shit no scope, and you could actually get kills. Like, look at me. Hey, hey, hey! That was low-key good spray control. Did anyone see that? Sign me to FaZe, people. Oh, don't do that, actually. FaZe is doing terrible right now. And Flight Quest. Fly Quest, Fly Quest, Fly Quest. We love you. Thank you, brother. They made it to the 3. I didn't put them in my pickings. I thought they were going to lose one map. That was it. So, you know, you can't hate on me for that. But we're going to put that... Yeah, we're going to put that shit S tier. You know, above fun it is. Above, you know what? Above all that shit. Okay? Because it's how fun it is. And holy crap, if I had that instead of the AWP, I'm having fun. Okay? It must be a good game if I'm using that freaking gun. Alright, next we have the Galil. See, when we talk about how good it is, very impactful on, you know, save rounds, blah, blah, blah. I talk about, like, save rounds like I even play the game that much. I don't. But, I watched a lot of it. Anyway, you know, this gun is very satisfying to watch people, you know, the one donk clip. You know, anyone remember? Fucking, my mouse, not even on, bro. Okay, now. Wait, no, he came over here, and then he went like this. Oh! That was actually kind of clean from Donk. I'm not gonna lie, Donk. You know, if you're watching it, no, he's like, I get no viewers, bro. What am I talking about? Anyway, the Galil. How fun it is, man. It's got a lot of bullets, which I do like because if you do miss, then you feel kind of safe, you know. I would actually rather have the Galil sometimes than the AK because there's situations where I need the extra bullets. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me. What am I even saying, dude? So we're gonna put that shit... in C tier. You know what? It's a C tier. The FAMAS. No, because I like the FAMAS because you can reload from the back. That's why I like it. Alright, next we have the freaking Glock. I don't know why I flew all the way back to spawn. I literally had it. The Glock. When we were in OG CSGO, I know there was CS 1.6. I didn't play that because I was still in the womb. My apologies. Or was I? I don't even know. No, I was, because it was like the 1992 or some shit. Anyway, the Glock, you know, the Glock sound effect that they changed to you know, CS2. Low-key satisfying as fuck, I'm not gonna lie. And this is definitely a gun that you like. It's got a burst, so that's really fun. Never, ever have I ever really gotten a kill with the burst. I'm gonna be real. I don't know why I would ever want to do that. I'd rather just shoot and spam. But yeah, that's the freaking Glock. It's not crazy, but it's not, the worst either. So we're gonna put that shit just below maybe the Deagle, because the Glock is... It's always fun to use, you know? Sometimes it's even better than USP. Do I even speak English? Is English even my first language, or am I just a little bit stupid? Alright, next we have the M4A1S, okay? I know I could just be giving the weapons to me, but it's taking time, so I'd rather just get the guns. Also, you can probably tell I didn't really plan this video because I'm just getting the guns, quickly shooting them and going, yeah, that's where that would go. Yeah. So, apologies, bro. I'm just trying to do different videos because all my other videos have been kind of like just gaming and whatever. I just want to have some fun and do a funny tier list, whatever. Anyway, okay, so we have this gun. Lovely gun. Very sexy, okay? And it's very satisfying, okay? I'm gonna have to put this shit S tier if I'm gonna be dead butt, bro. It's one of those guns that, you know, you peek in a corner and say there's a guy over here and you're like, oh, I haven't gotten a kill in 10 rounds. And you just go, boom, headshot, one tap. Because sometimes you can one tap if they don't have armor, you know. But besides that, if they do have armor, it's even satisfying to get 2 headshots. Because, you know, we love that. Hello? Or does it do enough damage? Who knows? I'm not a gamer. Anyway, we're going to put the M4A1S in the S tier. We're going to put it above the AK. I prefer it more than the AK. That's, you know. All right, next we have the freaking M4. The M4. How fun it is? I'm not gonna lie, it's not that fun, okay? There's times when it's, you know, it's goated, and if you're going crazy, you're going crazy. But I just feel like it sounds too loud, bro. Like, get that sound out of my ears all the way in C tier, okay? C tier. You're staying in C tier. You're not moving, bud, okay? Matter of fact, now that I think about it, I'm putting this shit in doo-doo, okay? I don't like the M4A4. Don't like it. I'd buy it if I'm going bad with the M4A1S, you know? But if I'm doing bad and good, you know what I mean. M249. Talk about fun, okay? Now, this is one of those guns, man, you would never buy. Instead of the Negev, I would always buy the Negev. I'm not gonna lie. I nearly just did a Neverite scene, if anyone knows that. Neverite, no. Anyway, look at this, bro. Look at that accuracy, bro. What is it? The first, like, 3 bullets? It's like the... Okay, well, I was just moving. First, like, couple bullets, it's the most accurate gun in the game. So if you wanted a gun to one-tap with, this is the gun. What is it with my mouse and dying? Does anyone know the fix? Because I don't want to play wired. I'm sick and tired of playing wired. I want to play wireless, but I might have to start playing wired again, honestly. This gun, it's going S tier. Do we like it more than the AK? Nah. We're keeping the AK a little bit higher. Alright, next we have the freaking MAC-10, okay? Very fun, okay? This is going S tier, okay? You're pushing, rushing B, you know? You're all the way in apps, you know? You're rushing B. Oh, you get a headshot there, because look at that accuracy when you jump. Like, hello? All those bullets went there, except for maybe a couple, you know? Like, it's very accurate to run and gun. Super fun. Yeah, obviously, it's a good gun. But any gun that is good is probably going to go into my S tier, because that's kind of the logic. You know, I have a couple guns that will go up there as well. But besides that, it's going S tier. We're going to bring it... We could bring some of these down. You know what? MAC-10, is it more fun than the AWP? Are we dead butt right now? We're going to put it there. That's a good spot. I'm not even going to speak upon... Alright, now we have the lovely Mag-freaking-7, dude. Like... Let me tell you, bro. This is a fun fucking gun, dude. You're holding Inferno apartments, bro. And you're just... Bang. Headshot. Oh my god. The reload. Very satisfying. It's a massive fucking chunky, dude. Maybe I just love CSGO, dude. I'm just putting everything in S tier, apparently. Okay, we're gonna put it in front of the M249. Next, we have the MP5. The only reason I like it is because it has a silencer. But other than that, it's low-key... not as good as like the MAC-10 or even the MP7 I'd prefer, because it's more OG, I guess, you know. But this gun, it's really not that good. Okay, so we're gonna put that shit in fucking C tier, you know, all the way in C tier, you know, below the Galil. All right, next we have the lovely MP7. Is it fun to use? Also, not really, man. I'd prefer it rather than the MP5. You know, like I say, it's got a satisfying gun sound. But we're gonna put the MP7 also in C tier, just above the MP5. MP9. You like that freaking sticker combo right there? It's got the little... And then it's a guy with the mouth. Yeah, just me. I did that. It's pretty bad, you know? It's not the best skin, but whatever. The MP9. Talk about fun. Flying down... You know, you could jump from any height and get a kill. The logic is just so flawed. Alright, let's say I'm gonna shoot right in this corner so we know where the bullets go. I know I could get bullet impacts, but whatever. Look at that. Look, hello. You know, that shouldn't make any sense, bro. How did that land right there? Obviously, these bullets went everywhere. This gun is insane, dude. It is so fun to use, to run a gun. especially when you're on CT, you actually have something to combat, like the AKs and stuff. Even if you're on a save round like this, you can actually get headshots with it. Very satisfying. I remember watching a lot of NAF clips. NAF? Yeah, bro, he's not really doing good right now. But we're gonna put that shit A tier. Just in front of the dualies, I think. That's perfect. The Negev, okay? Talk about sexy. Talk about fun. This is the gun that I would actually use in a game. Once again, my mouse is just... Brother, this video is... Anyway, okay. What is going on, bro? Every time I click my button, bro, to shoot, sometimes it just dies. So we're gonna put that shit in A tier. Not crazy. So it's less than... No. You know what? We're gonna bring this shit down. I think I have this one too high. Because I would rather have the Deagle. Yeah, okay, we can fix this later, but we've moved the Negev to the M249. Yeah. Alright, next we have the Nova. Also a very fun gun, I'm not gonna lie. It's got a... Oh, just listen to that, man. Oh my god. Getting a headshot with that is so, like, epic. Putting that shit all the way in A tier. We're gonna put it between these two. Now, before I carry on with this tier list, obviously, it's my opinion, blah. We already know that. That's what the whole point of a tier list is. But please, if you have any suggestions, just write it down in the comments, bro. I can take the heat. Okay, maybe not, but, like, just let's all be friendly, guys. I'm just trolling. You can do it. You can say whatever the hell you want. It's the internet, bro. That's the whole point. We have the internet. Anyway, we have the P90 next. Lovely jubbly. Very funny. Okay? It's... I mean, just like the PP Bison, it's going next to the PP Bison, you know? It's not crazy. It's got no cool animations, no nothing like that. That's why I have this one up here. That's why I have that one up there. That one's just goated. But yeah, the P90, yeah, it's just a well-rounded kind of gun. All right, next we have the P250. I mean, how fun is it? Would it be better? You know, I can't really think of, you know, when I would use it in the game because that's not how the game works. But, I mean, that's literally how the game works. What am I even saying? But it should be more like, how fun is it, dude? How fun is this gun? It's got a kind of sexy, like, recoil. I'm not gonna lie, if you can kind of notice the recoil, look at it. You see how it just flows? Just for that, we're gonna bring that shit in A tier on the, like, the, in front of everything. In better than the Deagle? Who made this tier list, bro? Now that I think about it, bring the Deagle back up. It's got a sexy... Matter of fact, bring the Deagle to S tier, bro. What the fuck am I talking about, bro? Holy shit, get the Deagle out again. We need to flick that. Oh my, what am I talking about? This shit is S tier, bro. Even if you're whiffing, bro, it's just satisfying to hold, you know? Yeah, nice. Alright, I missed him. As long as you can kind of do damage, it's pretty fucking sexy. Who made this tier list? Next, we have the P2000. Inhuman reactions. Yeah, we all know that. Yeah, I don't use it. And for that, we finally have a gun that can go in garbage. I'd rather use so many other guns than that. We have the freaking revolver. Very fun to use, okay? And we're talking about fun. We're not talking about how crazy this gun is. Because when it came out, it was fucking crazy. But, look at this. You can right-click with it like you're a freaking sheriff. Like, hello. Like you're my sheriff? No, like I'm a cowboy. Anyway, the reload's sexy as fuck, dude. You can just spam that. Oh, like when you're running around a corner, this is all you can hear. Holy shit, he's coming. And then the flip, bro. The flip. Like, oh my god, bro. On par with the fucking Deagle, bro. We're putting this shit S tier. Matter of fact, we're putting it right next. You could probably tell this list is going by kind of animations. And for that, those go up there. Alright, next we have the Scar 20. Just like the G3, suck my balls, Willy, please. It's sexy, okay? Don't know how I just missed that. I guess I'm not a pro, guys. Don't sign me, guys. Don't sign me. Okay, I don't know what I'm talking about. I get like 20 FPS in this game. You can't even see the FPS. It's like right there. Whatever. Anyway, this gun. Come on, bro. It's the gun to use if you're versing like bots, bro, or like a zombies map or some shit like in this game. I don't know. That's what I used to do when I was younger. I would always get like zombie maps when the bots would rush at you and you would go and try and get all the headshots. And in-game, you can use this, and it'd be insane. So, for that, we're gonna put it right next to the freaking revolver. Alright, next, because we're gonna go to terrorist, because remember, we can't be bothered to just change. We have the SG. Alright. the fucking lovely SG. Now, what I was talking about, the AUG, I do prefer this more than the AUG. Even though the AUG... This gun looks better than the AUG, in my opinion. It actually even looks better than the AK. It's just got a sexy kind of look to it. Maybe I have a lot of nostalgia to it because I used it a lot. And I like the idea that you can scope in and kind of get headshots. You know, it was like... It's one of the few, like, rifles that can do that, right? You know, you got that and the other... And the AUG and shit. But besides that, you got the... You know, the snipers. This is like the cool one when you can actually spam. So for that, got a little side. We're gonna put it in we're gonna put it in B tier, sorry. Alright, next we have the SSG. Okay. How fun is it to use, man? This is the whole list, bro. And how fun they are to use, okay? That's the whole point of this list. You know, for if you're ADHD, bro, it's kind of perfect. You pull that shit out, no scope, run away. You got 10 bullets in the mag, so it's kind of satisfying if you get a headshot. It's kind of broken. And obviously, this is personal preference at the end of the day because, you know, not everyone's gonna like this gun. Like, look at that. That was kind of like a no-scope, bro. How am I doing that? That's kind of crazy. I'm gonna have to fix this tier list. I don't like the P250 being there and then, you know, the freaking dualies there. Shut the hell up. This is my list. All right, we're gonna put this there. I do like it. I do find it very fun. Me talking about the PP buys and how it's super fun, and I put it all the way at B tier. Alright, next we have the Tech 9. When you really think about it, it's the gun to rush B. It's the gun to rush B. When you're in apps, like I'd say before, it's the gun to rush B. You know, when you're on the first bar, boom, jump in headshot, boom, you can just spam that shit. It does incredible damage. Very, very fun to use. And for that, we're going to put it in A tier. See, I don't know. I keep putting the guns. Maybe it's because I'm using it. I have, like, a favoritism to those guns. You know what I mean? All right, next we have the UMP. I might have to put this one garbage. It just doesn't really give me anything, but it has a saving grace. Because of my nostalgia to the game. I love that word, man. I used to actually make a lot of cardboard weapons back in the day when I was a little bit younger. And this was one of the guns that I made. It was the UMP, not from CSGO, but just in general, like the real-life gun. And holy shit, it was kind of cool. Came out really nice. It's got that, like, perfect kind of, like, boxy shape that I could make it out of cardboard, you know? You can kind of see the vision. I like the look of the gun. This is how fun it is, man. Like, if I'm in a game, I can't really, like, run and jump with it, you know? That's the whole point I want an SMG for. I want to be able to, like, run and jump and shit. So for that, we're putting that shit in doo-doo. Unfortunately, it just doesn't meet the requirements. Get the hell down there. We're gonna put that shit in C. You know what? Because I hate the MP5. You know, I hate it. It's done me wrong my entire life, okay? Alright, next we have the freaking USP. Holy shit. Talk about fun. When you're a freak... Oh, there it is. I got my little skin. Hey, we're on Cloud 9, baby. Even though I've never seen Cloud 9 in another major for the past, like, 17 fucking years. I don't even know if they're still a team. I'm just trolling. I really don't know my lore. Anyway, so we have the freaking USP. Even as a terrorist, you're picking this shit up, okay? We're gonna put it above the Glock. Because I would have more fun with all these other guns than the USB, but just on pistol round, that's why it's on A. Same with the Glock, because I like both. Oh my goodness, okay? Freaking sword off, bro. Talk about a meme gun, okay? In real life, this gun is sexy, you know? You see it in a lot of movies, you see it in a lot of, like, shows, you know? When you have, like, a cool badass guy and he pulls that little a sawed-off shotgun in his big robe, and he's like, yo. Listen to the sound. Those back shots are crazy, but we're gonna put it in garbage. So you thought. See, I could change my entire list. It's not that crazy, and it's not that funly crazy. We're gonna put it just between those two. Alright, next we have the XM. I'm just joking. I do kind of like it. Any shotgun is gonna be kind of fun. So, for that, I don't know, it just doesn't really have anything. I'd love the Mag 7, that's why it's up there. Okay, we have my list. We have my tier list. Alright, we can zoom in a little bit. Oh shit, maybe I should have been doing that the entire time. We have the lovely tier list. You know, we can move a couple things. You know, if you're an M4 enjoyer, I know putting it in doo-doo is kind of bad, but maybe my vision of it will change. But the reason why it's like doo-doo is because you only really use it, like I say for all the other guns, like all the other rifles, you only really use it because it's good, right? And it's a good gun. Like, it's a good gun. It's got 30 bullets, and it's great for spraying. But that's kind of it, you know. I'd rather use the M4A1S whenever I can. So, with that being said, that's the tier list. If you don't like it, I don't know if I can change anything. I'm gonna have a quick look here. I think I like this tier list. It's got a good range. I can tell that there's a lot of a lot of like sniping shit. And then there's the 2 fucking guns here. I never use the revolver in the game, but it's very fun to use. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I have it in S tier. Garbage, never use the P2000, and it's just kind of mid, you know, so I don't really care about it. And these guns, I hate this gun. I hate the MP5. I hate it. Okay, and the M4, it's just doo-doo, bro. I don't care about it. If you don't like this list, you can make your own list and then upload a video and then tag me and then say I'm a poo-poo butthole. Don't do that. Maybe that was a bit mean. But if you did enjoy, hit that like button, please, because we're trying to get 1,000 subscribers very soon. We're at 500. Don't go to my other videos on my channel if this is your first video, because you'll notice that none of it is CSGO related. It's all just playing random shitty games, alright? So, until I do more CSGO or more games that I like, maybe don't come back to this channel. What am I even saying? What kind of, like, I'm trying to pitch my channel and I'm saying don't come back? No, come back, watch all my videos, please. Thank you, love you, have a great day. Stop.